Let's have a look at the poll, because we asked you a question earlier about Manchester City, basically asking you what you think they need to do to make sure they win the Champions League this season regarding a striker. Do they need to sign one? 85% yes, 15% no. It plays into what we saw this evening. We'll have some clips in just a couple of seconds. Do you both agree with that?
Not entirely, not hard and fast. Yeah, they would prefer one, but I just go back to Pep Guardiola and I ask myself the question, Ibrahimovic was at Barcelona, wasn't he, under him? Mm-hmm. Not a fan. Do you know, I'd go as far as to say Sergio Aguero in his last season or two very rarely played. In the big games, he hardly played him. He kept playing with false nines. Barcelona sticks, play centre-forwards out wide. Has he got a real record for having that number 9 that's going to score a load of goals? I think not. I think he almost invented the false 9. He's run with it for years and years. Yes, he wants a top number 9, but I don't think he's hooked up on the idea.
I think you go through periods when things just aren't clicking, where you're creating a lot of chances like they are doing now, but their conversion rate probably isn't where you want it to be. But you roll back to last season, there were moments of coming in games and they were being clinical and they were finishing games off without a number 9, without a recognised number 9. So I feel that he'll be sitting there saying, yeah, I would have liked to have got a number 9 because you saw the pursuit of Harry Kane in the summer, but it wasn't the be-all or end-all for them being successful. They just need to be more clinical with the chances.
There's Harry Kane this evening, by the way.
We talk about this team as well. Jesus is what you'd call a number 9. Yeah. He wears the number 9.
Scored at the weekend.
But he tends to want to play out wide now. So they really don't have that central that central player.
Let's just show you what the fans are saying at the moment. Vintage Man City. They said, happy with how we played, just not clinical in front of goal. Again, we get away with it against smaller teams, but in the Champions League we don't half miss a striker. I'm not sure you'd call Chelsea a smaller team, but it worked for them at the weekend. Manchester City struggles to score goals against big teams these days. Is Jesus not a striker? I mean, that's the point. Actually, before we talk about this, we've got a graphic here of the attacking options that both of these teams possess. And actually, when you lay it on the line like that, you'd look at that at the beginning of a season and say, is that enough in an attacking area? It doesn't look bad, does it, from a City perspective?
It doesn't look bad. It's probably not as comparable to this side over here.
No one else is, though, right?
No, they're not, and they're better structured nowadays, aren't they? They've got a better back four and goalkeeper and things like that. So no obvious number 9. Jesus, we just mentioned, he tends to be making some noises that he prefers playing out wide, now out on the right, and he's done very well out on the right this season so far. So no recognised centre-forward. Torres makes some really good runs when he plays up alone. Sterling's obviously done it before. It is a position that you think, yeah, it's crying out for a centre-forward. But as I say, I just have this niggling doubt that, is Pep that bothered? He's had Aguero, he's had lots of great players over the years, lots of great number 9s, and not necessarily used them all the time.
Let's look through the clips from this evening. Would it have made a difference if Harry Kane was in there tonight for Man City?
I think that's an if, but or maybe. I think you can say yes on one and no on the other, and I don't think there's going to be a definitive answer. I just believe that someone like Pep, he believes in the system over individuals, and he believes that creating overloads in areas of the pitch will give them the dominance of the ball, and the quality at the end of the day of the players that he's got in his squad will finish things off. And I think, listen there, that's not tactics. That's just down to an individual not being able to put the ball in the back of the net because the ball was on the line, more or less. But listen, they still played in this game. They've lost 2-0, but they created chances. It's just on another day, they're more clinical. Look, you'd back De Bruyne there a couple of times out of 5 to put that away, but it just didn't happen for them today. But they'll come again. And this result here doesn't make me have any kind of less belief in this Pep team going deep in this tournament.
Nor me. I think they'll go deep in the tournament. I think, anyone can lose away at Paris, and probably they'll beat Paris 2-0 at their place. Group stage is a funny time. I think they'll go deep in the tournament as per normal. I don't think a centre-forward will make, what was it, 85% was the vote before. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's that staggering a difference whether they have one or not.